Barber. Welcome back, Steel Nation, to Steelers Dynasty Podcast and also Steelers Nation Australia. No intro, straight in. Bubba, how are you?
It's like a roller coaster ride of emotions from me screaming about our lovely defense that didn't show up for 99% of the game. Aaron Rodgers is like a godsend. And Boswell with a 60-yard kick. I mean, this is a movie that I wanted to see, but it was scary. It was a little scary, like a horror movie, and Halloween's coming. But I'll take it.
So, if anyone out there didn't see it and you're just catching up on the post-game madness I have here, Steelers win 34-32. And shout out to Bubba because Bubba went live as well. And I did not expect that.
I didn't either.
At all.
Nope, I didn't either.
At all.
Do you think, Mark, that we think too much of
Yep.
Steeler fans? that we think that we're indestructible? And I mean, and Shane had a good point. Like, hey, Bob, they didn't play together in preseason, so that's what we saw. But almost 600 yards since the last time they played against the Ravens in a run. There
are so many concerns and a lot of good positives too, but the positive is that we won 34-32. But
that's great. I mean, I could sleep like I'm a Jesus in a manger.
Yeah. Same time though, I think if you're a fan of the other 30 teams, unless you're the Dolphins and they got smacked today, if you're an NFL fan, you love that game because the game was insane. It was back and forth, high drama. We had a shootout with the Jets.
I know. The Jets. The New York Jets.
A shootout.
With Justin Fields. Jets.
Yep. A shootout. How do I said 27-0. I thought the secondary was going to be on fire. The D-line on fire. This guy on fire.
How was you feeling in that first quarter? How was you feeling?
Terrible. Our defense was awful. Pretty much to me, Rodgers kept us in that game. And Chris Boswell won it near the end. And Rodgers kept us in to win. He was a true professional. There's some talk around, we'll get into it soon, but talk around Terrell Austin. Should he have a chance to maybe see you later? I think Tomlin.
I've said that for the last 2 seasons, though. I'm not a Terrell Austin fan, and it shows. But all that money that they paid, I mean, oh my God, Hall had 100 and some yards rushing. But I mean, it's a victory nonetheless because the ride is a little sweeter because everything can be fixed. Like if we lose up in MetLife Stadium, it just looks bad. So,
how to be a Jets fan though? Like I said on my live stream, I was like, the Jets, will you be salty? You Jets won that game to me. I think they overly should have won that game 9 times out of 10. They had a fumble with the kickoff return. Was a great play by Gainwell. And Ben Skowronek had a day with a recovery and the TDs. But I think overall, if you show the scoreline 34-32, you're thinking, what's happening? Because the defense just didn't turn up at all until the last drive, really.
Well, the offensive tackles didn't show up either because Rodgers had 5 sacks. He was running around. They're going to get him hurt. And
100%.
And what are we going to do? Like, if we don't have Aaron Rodgers behind center, like the intelligence that Aaron Rodgers has, because I can think about this game now because my mind was going. I was just cursing.
I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah, well, my wife got me pizza, and I tell you what, that was the greatest. As soon as I got the pizza, we had to come back. Like I just didn't think that the Jets would score like 3 out of 4 times in the first half. But also, too, the Steelers scored on their first drive, and that's the first drive they scored since the Cincinnati game of last year. So
someone told me it was 55 games.
It's a long time. Like, and I mean, and our running game is just.
All right, we'll get into it, right? So welcome back.
It is what it is.
Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Welcome to Steelers Dynasty Podcast. We'll get into it. Those are our live reactions to the game. Put your natural reaction into the game right now and make sure you hit like on Bubba's channel and Shane's channel, Steelers Dynasty Podcast, and hit like also on Steelers Nation Australia. And we are going to go somewhat in order as best we can. Win is a win, but my goodness, that win, it feels everywhere. I was on the edge of my seat.
I bet you were, and I was up out of my seat walking. I was like, I just don't know how the defensive line just like was it this situation with the situation with Cam? Like I don't know. Like that takes a lot out of your team when you're thinking about other stuff.
Let's start there then. I was going to start QB, but let's start where probably the biggest problem in the room is defensive line. And linebackers and coming up into coverage to play run defense. Bubba, what the fuck happened with our run defense? We allowed
there was no
218 yards.
It's fucking ridiculous. So in 2 games coming from the playoffs to the first season opening game, you're almost at 600 yards of rushing attack against the teams and against it. You can't have that. Like, why wasn't Black playing more? Like, and I don't understand why. And they're missing tackles, and they were missing tackles in preseason too. Like the first initial contact, they're not wrapping up and they're getting through, and that's how they're getting like those big yards.
My apologies. They not to a team. The Jets ran on us for 39 times, 182 yards, 4.7 yards average, 3 TDs. The Jets played Steeler football.
The old Steeler football. The old
Steeler football. Yeah.
So
you know what? I give a big shout out to the Jets, man. They played good. Like their offensive line's strong. They're very physical. Justin Fields did what he needed to do today, except the last pass and went incomplete because 5 lit up 5. But you got to give credit where credit is due, and the Jets played good on rundowns.
Well, it also says about that the Jets' defensive line was the real deal too. Like Frazier was getting everybody on the offensive line for the Steelers had a shitty game, and they were getting eat up. I seen a play where Zach Frazier didn't even block anybody. There was nobody there, and Rodgers got sacked. Like I think it was like 5 sacks.
We are definitely going to get to O-line, Bubba, because there's some Jones talk to be had as well.
Oh, fuck him.
hang on a minute. Come back a bit. The D-line was Cameron Hayward a distraction? I think it was.
Yes.
I think 100% it was. And the crazy thing is, all that 6-month thing, 4-month thing for $3 fucking million. And Cameron Hayward played very poor today.
Yeah.
Very poor.
Yeah, because it was just a distraction and it showed. And also, too, Loudermilk, no offense, Black to me would be a lot better than Loudermilk. I seen Loudermilk in there, and they were just slicing and dicing through our defensive line and through our middle linebackers.
It's like nothing changed from last year with the Ravens game. I had many people. I had people in my comments, Bubba, saying if the Ravens play this game, we're toast again. If the Seahawks run on us, if they're gonna run us like that, Rodgers cannot save us every day, all the time. They could not stop a nosebleed with that defense. And yes, by the way, I want to put it out there. We are very positive. 9 minutes in, we're positive with the Steelers won. However, there are some big problems to talk about. That's why we're talking about these first. D-line, Bubba. If Cameron Hayward was a distraction, how do they fix it? What do they do?
I don't know. They just hopefully Derek Harmon comes back and adds to that. Keanu Benton almost had an interception, which would have been phenomenal.
Yeah, that would have been a turnaround.
Yeah, I just think they got manhandled, and I don't think they expected them to run, but not run like that. And they were running right through them. But also, too, the outside, Highsmith, he had a half decent game. I think Highsmith had a better game than TJ Watt. But Watt needs to show up more because, with $155 million, he has to be electric or almost lights out all the time.
I'll push back on that a little bit. I think TJ Watt played okay. I think he did some good things. There was times where TJ Watt was the only guy in the backfield getting tackles for loss. Yes, he didn't get a sack, but he was getting double teamed a few times. The holding penalties are yet again fucking ridiculous. It's almost like the Steelers. The refs know the Steelers have great outside edge rushes, so they won't penalize them. They're not going to hold them. There was one clean hold on Highsmith or TJ when Fields ran to the end zone or whatever. I thought schematically, like the defense is terrible. That's why there should be pressure on Tomlin a little bit, and I think pressure on Austin because you can't allow a team to score 32 points.
Well, that last touchdown that Justin Fields had, he was
I called that. I said in the chat, chat, they're going to do a play action pass, and he's going to run it in for a TD. No one's going to follow him, and they did exactly the same thing. They ran. See you later in the end zone. So in the chat here, Darwin says they need YA, Black, and Harmon to stop it. So we hopefully that can happen soon. But simply put, you just can't have the running game 182 yards. Breece Hall, Bubba, was fucking clean through the pocket. 10 yards, 11 yards, 12 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards.
They're not wrapping up. They weren't wrapping up in preseason when some of those guys did play, and it's the same in the season opener. They're not wrapping up. They're getting there on the first initial contact, but they're not wrapping up, or they're missing them slightly. So there would have been some, they're not solving stuff. And I haven't been an Austin fan for a long time. Terrell Austin is not a defensive coordinator that the Steelers need, and I wish they would have got rid of him in the offseason. I really do. I just know that Darius Slay on that touchdown reception, he got smoked, like smoked. And I don't know. I saw Porter on the sidelines because it's so hard to be, because I'm focusing. I'm looking at wins, man. I'm looking at like scoring and how I'm watching these watch parties, and it's hard to do a watch party and try to watch a game at the same time. And I'm all dialed in because I got no offense, I got a goddamn headache because I was getting pissed. Like I was getting pissed in that first quarter because what we both talked about didn't happen. Like we're like, oh yeah, it's you're like, oh, it's gonna be a shutout. I
really thought our defense was, and obviously there's growing pains, but there's growing pains that, oh man, the growing pains didn't happen until the last drive. You know what I mean? We had to have a turnover from our teams to come back into the game. And now, if I reckon our defense, I thought that they were going to win because they could not stop them. Yeah, what defense?
That's but who would have thought? Who would have thought from the Tells of Two Cities or the Tells of Two Games, two sides, like the defense shit the bed, and the offense with Aaron Rodgers came through. Like I didn't see that. Nobody's seen him. I mean, I did say 270 yards and whatever I did. It was very close. And my wife made a prediction. She said it was going to be like 33-26 Pittsburgh. Like that was a high score when she gave the prediction on our show, which I thought was way too high, but she was close.
She was closer than anyone else. I think no one in my chat or your chat had 34-20-32. So she was probably one of the closest ones.
Yeah. I just think they went up there expecting like they're the Steelers. And I think they got smashed in the mouth, and they
I did.
When you got in a fight and you get smacked in the mouth and you go back a little bit, I think that's what the Steelers defense, did. And it's not going to be. This will be corrected. This will be rectified. It's a better pill to swallow winning than losing, because then it's a bad. Like I was bitching. I go, we can't lose this game. We just can't, because it's the AFC, and you don't want to lose to AFC opponents when you're trying to get a wild card. So
Roberto says here the typical look past teams kind of style. Do you think they took the Jets for granted, and the Jets are a good team on defense, and also they ran over us? Do you think they took us for granted?
Maybe they didn't think Justin Fields would play as good as he did because they were teammates with him, and they're like, it's just Justin Fields. We know what we saw in practice with him. Look, he's not going to eat us up, but he actually did. Like
he played well. Justin Fields had to passing had 16-22, 218, 9.9, one TD, a lot of check down passes, one sack by Highsmith. Breece Hall and those guys had 182 yards. That is, if I'm the coaching staff, Bubba, I put 182 yards. I make a jersey. I make everyone wear it. I make 11 jerseys or 20 something jerseys with 182, and I make every fucking. I'm gonna swear every fucking cunt wear it. I make every fucking cut wear it.
On my live stream, I said everybody on defense shouldn't get anything off their wives for a week. I mean, no hooking up with your wife for a week. Sorry.
Hold it all in.
Nope.
182 yards is bad for a Steelers defense, highest paid defense in the league. It's very, very terrible. But we have to transition. We need to talk some positive Steelers football, some good things, some great things, because that's where everyone's going to be, and we understand that. So not a totally negative show, but at the same time, there are some good things, Bubba. Your overall thoughts on your man, Aaron Rodgers, and your jersey?
Loved him, and I got to get the jersey. I loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. I mean, he knows what he's doing. And if the offensive tackles would have gave him more time, I think the Steelers would have been scoring 40 points with ease, because some of those plays where he had to punt, that wasn't his fault because they were already in his face and he got sacked. So, I mean, and Aaron Rodgers just used check downs. He knows what he's doing. I mean, Ben Skronik got the first reception touchdown of the year. Your boy, Ben Skronik, with ease. Like, he ran in there untouched.
Beautiful play. Absolutely beautiful play. Player can pass. He came over the middle. There was a delayed. It's cool how it shows me that. Did you see that or not?
What's
no.
that?
Okay. Anyways, I saw a thing come up and said Shane is there. Enter the chat. So we'll get Shane in very soon.
Oh, I didn't know he said he was going to.
Yeah, sometimes you can't see him down there. But
No,
Skronik's thing was beautiful. He was wide open. The cornerback trailed him. He was see you later. It was just unbelievable, right? Skronik played a pivotal part to the offense, and Rodgers, I give him a lot of respect because I gave him so much shit in the offseason. And I didn't think that Rodgers was going to come out there and do that. That was his first time playing with DK Metcalf and his offense, and he fucking tore him up.
Metcalf had almost 80 some yards receptions. One catch where he's on the ground and he caught it. I mean, oh my God. Like, look, and they use the tight ends, but the problem, I mean, I know this is the positive thing, but we still need to run the ball. And that's going to take time. Caleb Johnson did not have a good NFL debut in my eyes.
Well, he was running. I got a theory about that because one of the blokes in here, Darwin, talked about that in my live chat. I'll bring up soon. But before I do, one big shout out to Steelers Rep. It says a donation for Ireland. Also, better announce the offense at home or the home opener, not the overpaid soft defense. I agree. And with that, thank you, mate, for the $4.99. Goes to my Dublin fund, much appreciated. And I will be doing content over there as much as I can. And let's bring in Shane-O, wearing his Steelers hat. How are you, Shane? What's going on?
Hi, Shane. Long time no see.
I just popped on the set, called that Smith play that
we talked about it last week. I was over. There was 0.5 carries. Right. I said he would run one. Did you call the jet sweep?
Jet sweep. That's exact play. Line out wide, and then come around with that sweep, being that big body. He's done that in the past. That's Arthur Smith's little favorite play with him, and that's exactly what they used there. It worked.
Beautiful play. I think they're going to use him more. They have to, because they got to change it up with their running game, because the overall running game with the O-line looked terrible, right? What do you think about that, Shane, with the O-line today? We're talking about as well with Aaron Rodgers too. Aaron Rodgers to me was very impressive, but our O-line, fellas, if he gets hit every week, he won't survive.
Now he can't hang on that. He can't hang that long. I give it 4 or 5 games of that type of abuse. I mean, with his being 41, but I think give the Jets defense a lot more credit than
Definitely.
I don't think the Seattle has quite that type of push. The kinks will be worked out in the offensive line. They did not. This is the first that you have not seen the number ones play all together like other teams have in the preseason. That all is not lost. Don't panic. Everybody's saying the defense is overpaid. They did well enough to win. They did let them score 30 plus points, which is crazy. If you told me the Steelers would win with a team scoring 30 points, I'd tell you you're batshit crazy. If you told me that the Steelers were going to be able to throw for 4 or 5 touchdowns, I would say you're batshit crazy. It's like the world have just flipped on its axis.
No one had this score 34-32, and Bubba's almost going to pass out. How was Bubba in the stream, Shane? Was he okay?
Tammy's going to have to get those leashes they get for little kids. I had one that was a monkey one. It's a backpack where you kind of pull on the kid if they get a little bit out of hand. If we could get one in Bubba's size, we're going to have to get Tammy's going to have to start yanking on Bubba's leash just to kind of snap it back into reality.
Funny part about Dre posted our live feed to our own high school Facebook site. He posted it. So I can only imagine, what the people in our old high school is going to think about me and you watching a Steeler game. but I just get so intense because it wasn't supposed to be like that. Like it wasn't, the defense just wasn't, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he looked, and this is the first Aaron Rodgers week 1 victory in about 5 or 6 years though.
And the first time we've seen him play. That's the wild part. First time we've seen him play with Johnny Smith with the O-line, and things get better.
4 touchdowns. And in that one series where they had to punt the ball was 3 and out, and he was overthrown somebody. And that one play where I think it was Austin, that was a pass interference call, and they didn't even call that.
100%. Yeah. They called a flag on Austin, and then a few plays later they didn't call no flag. It was worse. So, but you know what? We'll talk about Chris Boswell soon, but Chris Boswell's fucking money. Pay the man. If you're gonna pay, Cameron Hayward with incentives, you pay Boswell. Shano, I asked Bubba this question: do you think that Cameron Hayward was a distraction the last few weeks?
I said it on our show. I went on a little bit of a a 3 or 4 minute. When the show is that long, you can go on a 4 or 5 minute rant.
You can.
Cam Hayward, I mean, come on. Your legacy is tarnished, even though you showed up to this game. You're not really playing that well. This is when he got poked in the eye, where everybody's like, "Boo-hoo, Cam Hayward." Well, I'm not boo-hooing you.
But that's the reaction, right? He gets hurt, and now our perception is like we don't really care about you because you've been talking a lot.
Like that, and that's my inner Yunzer came out, and I'm like, well, fuck you, Cam Hayward, and your tout for an extra little bit of change.
And to go off of you, Shane, like this is the same thing we've talked about on our podcast, all 3 of us, for the whole season. Like when he was mother effing Aaron Rodgers. Do you want to be a Steeler or you don't want to be a Steeler? Well, today, Aaron Rodgers threw 4 touchdown passes, and Cam, sometimes I didn't even know Cam was playing today.
Cam couldn't stop a wet fart today.
No.
I think he was a distraction. I think the defense was not talking. It wasn't working. The D-line wasn't there. I think as well, hopefully they can move past that. I just find it funny. I think I still respect Cam. I love the way he plays, all that kind of stuff. Sure. But all that commotion for $3 million?
No.
Come on. No. They have to do better.
And you gotta be real. You gotta be real on stuff too. Like this year, I have to be real too, not because I love the Steelers so much, and I do, but I got to be real when the plays aren't good or people aren't stepping up. I can't be like, oh, hey, it is whatever. Like, I mean, the inside linebacking core was just god awful too.
Where were they today? Where Queen was slower. 41 was, I think, out of position. But he was not attacking the line. They were out there. They weren't playing.
I just think it was the first game. We'll just see. I think they thought that the Jets were going to be a little bit, but not as much as they were. And I don't think they thought Justin Fields was going to do that much. They thought Justin Fields was going to be a big pushover. And once he got pressured and TJ Watt hit him a couple times. He was reading,
man.
Yeah.
If you watch he was reading the defense. He was carving them up. He was checking to the runs. The second level, the offensive line, Jets O-line, shout out to them because they're full of starters. They missed one of their guys too. They stepped up. They were moving into the second line and pushing with ease our guys out of the way. It was tough to watch from a D-line perspective. So definitely from that point, I think we're all in agreement. Cameron Hayward, go get a sack, make us love you again because it was a messy situation. If the agents were involved in that, it's $3 million for incentives.
Well, you've got everybody in the NFL talking now about the Steelers defense. Like the media is going to talk about the Steelers defense. I said on our watch stream, if the Steelers lose to the Jets, Mark Madden is going to rip the Steelers organization apart come Monday morning. And he probably still will, but they won. But a win is a win when it's a shootout. Like the Steelers defense did step up and they did stop them in the drive they needed to. So thank God for that. Ramsey came in and stopped them on that 4th down. And you know what I mean? So, I mean, some things out of our defense there's a glimmer of hope. They just have to tighten everything up. That's all.
Let's put it this way. Let's go back to g'day Brian Burns as standard. G'day in Darwin. He said Lattimore and Slay and Harrison played terrible. Let's go back to the offense, and I think Rodgers, he held it together. He was fantastic. But Shana, what about the offensive line? There are some struggles there, man.
Before we get to the offensive line, I have one concern. With Fields, it showed a little bit of kryptonite for the Steelers moving forward. They have to play a couple mobile quarterbacks, and particularly when they match up against Ravens. If they're having that much problem with Fields, what's going to happen when they play the Ravens? They're just a second behind on making some big plays. Mm-hmm. They're just a second behind, and I talked about that a couple shows ago. I thought that pressure on the edge would give them that, in the backfield would give them that time to make those plays. If that doesn't happen, I predicted 2 losses against the Ravens. That's exactly what's going to happen. But to your question with the O-line, that's something that's going to have to get shored up. They're going to have to get some pressure. They're going to have to get to enable to establish the run. You're going to have to make some gaps, make some lanes. This isn't college. You can't do bubble screens and tunnel screens. You can't just pass it off to the flats all the time. You gotta run, establish a run, and they don't. Gainwell looked pretty good at times, but then Warren had a couple nice little runs, but you just didn't establish that run early on. Later on, it picked up a little bit. It looks like they got a little ass under them in the late third quarter. They got they calmed down a little bit. I think that's because Aaron Rodgers probably sat him down and said, "Hey guys, what the fuck?" But
imagine being Rodgers though too, when you come into the mindset with one of the best defenses in the league, right? And here he is doing a shootout, scoring 34 points. No one had that. No one had Rodgers 4 TDs. I didn't. I had 1 or 2, not 4. So how do they fix it? Is it coaching for the O-line? Is it players that they simply have to, move their feet and push forward? What the fuck do they do? It's been the same way for 3 or 4 years now.
It's both. It's coaching and players. It's coaching and the scheme, maybe. They're not blitzing. I didn't see them blitz. They don't blitz no more. They don't blitz anymore. Terrell Austin does not believe in blitzing like they used to. And the containment for Justin Fields was terrible. So, they'll work on that. I mean, look, we knew, and other people knew that the Jets were going to run the ball on us, and they did more than we thought. That's all. And it just happened. And Slay had that big long pass touchdown. I mean, it just happened. But the thing is, though, we're not running the ball. Like, they got rid of Najee Harris.
That's what I mean. How do we fix the O-line? How do they fix the O-line as well when the pass protection was pretty ordinary from Jones, and Falatani got beat as well a few times, and Roger had no time, and then we simply cannot run the rock in the first. There's no push. There seems to be no, getting outnumbered, and they're facing a good defense of those guys up front, but it's very suspect to see these guys get pushed around all the time. How do they fix it?
It's going to take them a while. It'll happen, because that's what happened last year. It's a slow start with the offensive line. Like I said, Zach Frazier was getting beat too. And I never say anything negative about Zach Frazier. But Zach did not have a good game. So when your center's not having a good game, and your 2 tackles that you can see are not having a good game, but also too, those 2 tackles actually had good pass protection. They just need some more time together. Like Shane says, I think when they had the first team, they haven't had a lot of series together. So that'll come in time. Next week, the pass protection, I'm going to say right now, the pass protection will be a little bit better, but they need to work on the run blocking and then work on that, and then try to get Jaylen Warren, because I don't know. I just don't. That was his first start. And I think the Steelers
they used Gainwell was used a lot in terms of blocking and that kind of stuff too. Gainwell played really well.
Yeah.
Let's also flip the script again too. Gainwell had a fumble, and if we don't have that, I don't think we win the game. He made a forced fumble on the punt return. Then Ben Skronik had a turnover because our defense didn't go out there. I was very nervous for our defense to go out there and hold them, and would turn the game around. Next minute, it's 34-32 right now, and we're like, holy shit, we're winning the game. What a big play, a huge play by Kenny Gainwell to punch it out, the 1 turnover.
That might have saved, that Lily trip to going to MetLife. I just don't know. I'm just glad we won now, because I was talking, the score that I predicted is out the window. Just get a win and get the hell out of it, and get on the bus and get the hell out of our plane and get the hell out of New York. That's all I was concerned with, because it just shows. But it also shows that Aaron was running back there for his life. Even if Aaron Rodgers was younger, he would still be getting killed back there because the tackles weren't blocking. So,
yeah, and also they had the Jets had time possession. They played. Jets should have won the game, to be honest. They had time possession. They had 34 minutes. They had a few penalties here and there. but they had more sacks than us.
Cowher always says 60-minute men. 60 minutes. You got to win. You can win with 57 minutes into the game, but that last 3 minutes could cost you a game, and it was come down to 3 minutes. So
that was insane. That play when he went down, because I was not. The defense was playing trash, and until the last drive, really. And the punch out was like, holy shit, now we're 34-32, whatever it was. I was thinking, we're in front. And then you're still thinking there could be a chance they're going to run down the field and get a field goal. But then defense came up. Jalen Ramsey hit him hard, 5-on-5, knocked him out cleanly.
If they would have got the 20, if they'd have got to the 20 mark, they had to kick the field goal to won by a point.
But there were times when they were doing really good things, and their physicality and all this kind of stuff was really well. Joey Porter went out. I don't know. Someone wrote in the chat that he's out or in. I don't know if he's out. I think Deshaun Elliott may have came back, but they missed him too. Cameron Hale went down. Shona, what are your thoughts? How do they start next week? A win's great. It's awesome. I fucking love it. But how do we start better on defense next week?
I think the way you start is you if you win the toss, you make sure your offense starts on the field. Ball control. I mean, you got to be. It's like watching the college football where it's the team who has the ball last. It's just a shootout, gun battle, 45-50. It's just.
But the Jets is going to be the best defense we face until we get to these other teams later on in the season. Like the Jets' defense is a good defense.
Right.
Seattle's defense, I don't think is as good. New England's defense, I don't think is. Cincinnati's defense is not as good as the Jets. Right now, this is the best defense we're facing.
If they can score 30 on the Jets, why can't they score 48 against anybody in the AFC other than the Ravens? The Ravens be the only team that I don't think they can score 40 points on.
Well, that's a good hot take. I like that.
This still brings to me though that I do hope this defense gets better, because the common narrative now is the Steelers paying them top 5 money or top 1 money, and they cannot allow 32 points like that. And the run game, like I said, they should all buy them jerseys. Buy the defense 183. Rodgers should go and use all his big money to buy every single person a 183 jersey. He should be very pissed off, but. Gene's right. Rodgers looks solid. Did he save the day?
He did. Him and Boswell.
Good segue. Boswell, fellas.
Boswell saved the day because that's what we expect from him. Like if you hire.
I know, but it's still what you nervous about?
60-yard field goal though on the road.
It is a 60-yard field goal pressure, but I mean that he is that guy. I just don't expect. If it was some guy that is his second year contract, second year at the team, but he's that guy. He's. It's like, good job. You did it.
Yeah, but you're not kicking. I mean, you're not a field goal kicker kicking 60-yard winning field goals. That's fantastic. No. I mean, even in NFL history, you're not kicking field goal kickers aren't kicking 60-yard winning field goals. I remember when we were growing up, Shane, like 50 yards and 53 or 55 was like massive.
That was fantastic. That won the game, but I think Aaron Rodgers' performance is more impressive than Boswell. I'm more surprised by a 41-year-old throwing 4 touchdowns than Boswell in the peak of his career being number 1 kicker in the NFL kicking a 60-yarder. When you had a guy for the Jags preseason kick a 70-yard field goal.
It's a fair point. It was still very stressful because if we miss that, it's over, right?
Right.
Is that right? Yeah, it's over. Yeah, 30. Yeah, it's done. And they had the penalty too, and
Rodgers for 4 touchdowns more than they did last year in the first 6 games.
Right.
At the same time, in 3 games, the Steelers allowed 26 points, and here we allow 32.
Yep.
Fellas, football is back. Football's back, right? There was a comment there too before, and there was a comment in there saying, if the Ravens lose tonight, we'll feel better, because Bengals just won against the Browns by 1 point. 17-16 or something similar to that.
Well, wait, what about it? Wait. So Cincinnati, your boy, what's his name there on your
Zim
Roundcast or whatever, with that $300 million receivers, and they score 17 points against the shitty Browns. Like if I was in Cincinnati, Cincinnati fans are probably like like we are with our defense right now. So they're worried about their offense.
Do you want to hear it? Joe Burrow was 14 for 23, 113, 4.9 average. I said to him that the Browns had a chance to win that game, and they threw it away with old man Flacco, 31 for 45, 1 TD, interception, 2 interceptions. So Browns could have won that game, but the Browns are going to Browns, right? So,
but that offense was supposed to be scoring like 35 to 40 points a game.
I told him last week. I said the offense was the same as last year. They just gave them more money. It had T. Higgins, all these guys. They just gave more money.
Yeah. And it's just like, and our defense got more money, and we just can't stop the run.
Yeah.
So Cincinnati so it works. But you can tell him that Wednesday when you tell him, like, look, you got $300 million offense, and you guys can't even score 20 points. We got a 41-year-old man slinging 4 touchdown passes. Brick.
Rodgers,
you know what I mean?
if the Ravens get taken care of business, Rodgers will be the best quarterback in the AFC North. Because the way he did dissect everyone out there, he found Skoranek. He didn't find Roman Wilson. He found DK Metcalf. What are your thoughts, Shane, on DK Metcalf as a first-time Steeler?
Before I talk about DK Metcalf, can I give you something to make you upset?
For me or Bubba?
Well, probably more for you, Mark.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Do you think the fact that Tomlin's success for winning games, mostly, an experienced quarterback has hid some of his warts? You
can probably say that.
Yeah, you could kind of say that. I mean, we'll see in a couple games, but because I don't know, we'll see what happens with.
That's definitely a point where today Rodgers, I think he dink and dunk down the field, and he did certain things like the 2 3rd and 10s where he got the first downs. Where oh my goodness, he saved us, and the offensive line wouldn't play well. And Tomlin is very conservative. They try and play those close games like that. Going to halftime, he loses. When he's losing at halftime, he loses 46-71. So yeah, you could say that definitely that Tomlin and Rodgers connection helped him win the game. That's for sure. He shouldn't be that impressed.
He has it's like someone with like a great general. Like he has that. He has that presence. He has that.
This isn't a Tomlin. This is not a Tomlin win. This is a Rodgers Boswell win. Like this is like the offense.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a Tomlin win. It's absolutely an Aaron win. So with that, DK did what DK did. I mean, he did have one drop that was like hit him right in the hand.
Yeah, but he also was covered as by 3 or 4 receivers. I think in this sense, I think the defense wasn't ready as normal, and that comes back to Tomlin as well and to Austin. That's for sure. Like I think Tomlin can get the best of these players to maybe see what happens next few weeks. But yeah, I wouldn't crown this as a Tomlin win. I crown this as a Chris Boswell saved it, and Rodgers was like, "What the fuck, guys? I'm out there throwing everyone." Yeah, and Burns is right. At Rodgers, they get crushed. They do 100%.
Like DK, when you saw the defensive backfield compared to DK, it was like watching a kid get on the bus on the first day of school, like a fat kid with a kid's backpack. It stood out. It really made it look like he is a freaking huge human. And he's a specimen.
That one he dropped, I think he was looking at the running it without the ball in his hands.
Yeah, I think he was thinking about running, and he had open space, and he got a little bit.
He made plays too. DK made plays on the screen passing.
He had a better performance than Pickens did with the Cowboys. So we're already.
Mate, Pickens is done. He's out. I think Pickens is too much talk. Yes, it's going to be tough if there is no DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf will play better and better. Austin played well too for receivers. Skoranek was good. I thought Johnny Smith was good. Frymouth in certain times.
I think the tight ends and receivers stepped up with Aaron Rodgers being the number one thing in it all. Like the running backs running the ball was subpar. Now the screen passes and stuff like that to Jalen was good, but they need to get through the holes. But that's our offensive line. That's all due. Everything is down to counting on the offensive line to do their job. The offensive line does their job. The Steelers' offense is a lot more better.
I think, and thank you, Space Cowboy, for the $20 going to my Dublin fund when over there sinking beers. Because Aaron looked great. Our defense looked like ass, especially against that extra money. It's a W, but D got to step it up. Love you guys. Go Steelers. He's correct. And like Shane's saying, I love Tomlin, but that game, that you saw Rodgers getting frustrated on the sidelines because he knows how well he was playing, and then he had to score again and again and again. And oh man, they score one more time. I don't think he scores 5 with no time left, right? So Rodgers, that is his game to win, and Chris Boswell and all the other guys around that were just either nervous or not ready or whatever it may be, because Rodgers won that game, 100%. Yeah, I don't know. There needs to be a lot to be changed. Bubba, who else stood out for you in terms of like if they weren't there, they were going to lose?
Oh, I would just say, oh, it besides Aaron, if it wasn't for Blas, I'm telling you, those are the only two. And like the couple situations Highsmith had at the end of the fourth quarter. So, Highsmith coming and playing a lot better. I think Highsmith played a little better than TJ Watt did. Watt over pursued. Just in my situation. He did play on third downs. TJ Watt did, that I saw. But I think Highsmith. I'm going to go with Highsmith playing in the defense that we've been bitching about. Highsmith, actually played a little bit better than the defense, but still letting up 187 yards is not good either.
Do you think, Shano, that Highsmith outplayed TJ Watt? I actually disagree, but do you think that as well or no?
They're just, it's hard to judge because it's just like golf where those putts are just so close. I mean, they're just so close to so many plays. I don't know, I think that one big hit TJ had on that sack put him over the edge. I mean, that was a bone crusher.
I think Fields was a runner, so it didn't count as a sack, but he was a runner, and that was huge. I think Watt can't do everything by himself, and I think the D-line was so poor. But Highsmith does have his good spin move, and he had the sack. So they played better in this. I guess they played better in the second half, I guess.
TJ not getting 3 sacks or 2 sacks or even 1 sack against Justin Fields wasn't good in my eyes because I predicted he would get a couple and eat them up, and he didn't. So everything I said, I have to eat my words. I got to eat crow.
Do you think that Justin Fields outsmarted the defense in terms of he knew what to expect with playing them last year?
Maybe.
Well, already called it. He said Fields is going to get his yards. He's a good player. He's underrated, and that's exactly what happened. He got, especially the fact that he's like, you guys didn't want to pay me. I'm going to go out and show out and make a game of it. And he did. And he got some preseason games. He got a little bit of reps. The guys, those reps in preseason, it helps. And I was concerned with a slow start on offense. That wasn't the case. But it's still, I think it presented itself with the offensive line. The offensive line needs to be able to feel where Aaron Rodgers is going to be. It's kind of a feel thing for those guys to feel where he's going to go. Aaron Rodgers needs to kind of know how it's kind of like Dancing with the Stars. You have to get used to the rhythm of your partner. And that didn't happen until today.
What are your thoughts, fellas, about
17 points in the fourth quarter either? So that's a good plus.
For the Steelers?
Yeah. Steelers usually I mean, that's a plus.
Yeah, that never happens.
They played much better. But what are your thoughts, fellas, about the kickoff return having Johnson and Gainwell, 2 running backs back there? I think they need someone else back there, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of having Johnson back there running the rock. He fumbled the ball. I know he's a rookie getting his touches, but I feel like they should have a better. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. What do you guys think? Can't hear you, Bubba. Can't hear you. It just went off.
Uh-oh.
You just had you're holding your microphone? Is it like, where's your microphone? Anyways, what do you think, Shannon? What do you think about the kickoff return?
Well, this kickoff return, I still am having a hell of a time understanding or just getting used to the new kickoff. It just when I watch it, I wait for like the ball has to land and the guy has to catch it before there's movement. It's just so off-putting. I mean, even when there is a good return, is it a good return? I haven't seen any returns that just I don't know.
Well, it's weird too because there's only one layer to really beat.
Right. And no one beats it.
Yeah. But if they do, they go to the house. There's no
And has there? I mean, I don't recall last season there being any.
Yeah, they had some TDs. I think they've had people beat it for sure, but how it works is I reckon they would have been better off kicking the ball at the end zone, but then you start at the 35. I think what the NFL is doing is trying to make the offense start. Yeah, 39 is the average, right? It's trying to make them. Years ago it was 25. Now it's like 30 or 35. They want them closer. And the way Chris Boswell and the kickers kick it, fuck man, you get 2 passes, you're down the field for a field goal. They want points. They don't want them coffin corner punt in the backfield anymore. Bubba, you back? What do you think about the kickoff return and also Johnson?
Hello?
Yeah, that's better.
Hello? Okay. I just think that I don't know who you put in if these guys aren't that good now. No. I mean, Johnson's debut, like I said before, it wasn't spectacular at all. And who did they put in to return kicks? I come on and Mark leaves. I don't know who you put in. Like, you don't have anybody. They need somebody that could break through, but I don't know who that would be. But also, too, if they get to all they got to do is get to the 35 or the 40, and Aaron Rodgers gets and Boswell kicks a field goal, but you still want touchdowns. So now we're getting touchdowns, and the Boz is not kicking field goals. He only kicked, I think he kicked, what, 1 field goal or 2? Two? Okay, well, last year he was kicking 4 and 5. So we're scoring more touchdowns. So that's a plus too. So,
I think the NFL, the return game on us was around longest was 40, the average was 29 yards. So I just think that it's not in their favor for any team on defense to start on the 35 or 40 because they're already on the back foot. But those are the new rules. I just think that I know the Steelers, they're trying to bleed in Johnson at the kick of return same time. Fuck, it looked terrible, him running the ball and getting knocked out and fumbled. It just didn't look like he doesn't look comfortable back there being a returner. You know, and they didn't use him in the running back game. So maybe those were his touches to run the ball and welcome to the NFL moment. I just think it's, obviously Danny Smith gets paid more than I do, but something was up with that. It needs to be fixed, or I don't know. We might see Johnson and Gainwell the whole time, and you'll never see them run back a big play. Fellas, we're getting near to the end of the show because I'm losing steam and I got to get ready to go to the pub. I'm going down to the Winners Pub today.
Gotta go get me a chicken burger.
You get a burger?
I'm looking at the TV. If I was a Detroit Lions fan right now, I would be crying.
What's going on?
It's 17-3 Green Bay going almost into the half.
Who?
Is Micah Parsons playing today?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
I thought he was out.
Well, maybe
I thought he was out too.
Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I maybe just said that. I have no idea.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I got no. It's almost at the half. 7 minutes going on. Jared Goff got 46 yards passing. So,
and that's what I think too. Like, we talk this talk, right? And no one fucking expected 34-32. It's football, fellas.
Next week,
football is. Do you remember that pass that DK Metcalf threw into Jonas Smith and Jonas Smith put it back to DK Metcalf?
Yeah.
How do you explain that?
You can't.
Just athleticism, just like that stuff happens every now and then, and it's just.
And we haven't seen this offense like clicking because we haven't seen them. That's the first time we've seen them. This Steeler offense. I mean, the skill players were all good. Even running screen passes out of the backfield was good too. They just got to get the offensive line, and the line has played more than everybody else on the Steelers offense because they had a couple series with Mason Rudolph in the preseason that looked better, and they just didn't look good today. So
I eat my words there. I thought Broderick Jones looked a lot better. He had some good preseason games, and
yes, he did. He stepped 3 steps back. Taking.
Here's the other thing, and I'm going to end on this, and I'll shut up the rest of this show. If this Jets team's pretty darn good. If this Jets team ties a few wins together, we might not feel so bad.
Correct. They look pretty good on defense and on offense. Like, Trench is moving us around. Yeah, he was bad. It was really, really bad. I agree. So before we end the show, because I need to go to the pub and you guys got to go have some dinner.
Do something.
We got to enjoy. I enjoy the win. But let's start with what was one low light, and then we'll finish with a highlight. What was one low light, Bubba, of this game? One real low point. You're like, oh my goodness.
That Darius Slay touchdown pass that he got smoked on. That was something. That was bad. So I'll go with that. That started like off to the races. Like the Jets are really here to play. So I'll go with that one. Darius Slay not playing up to par on that pass touchdown.
Excellent. And also thank you, George T, who's gonna help me buy me a chicken palmy. So thank you, mate, for the $50 dues.
Wait, is that a sandwich or is that a dinner?
Chicken palmy is chicken parmigiana.
Okay, we're in the same boat. Okay.
Oh, we're back now, aren't we? I can tell you all the Aussie slang. We're back.
Yeah.
Thank you, George. Much appreciated. And Shane, what's a low light for you? A real standard, like a low light was like, oh my freaking hell, what happened?
Just officiating this year, college, high school, NFL. I just think the officiating is getting worse. The fact that Ramsey was making a play on a tackle to make a tackle.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that.
That is complete hog shit. Come on, guys. This is a multi-billion-dollar company, and this is the type of crap that we're getting.
About that.
Yeah, good one, Shane. That was good.
The NFL deserves better. The Jets fans deserve better, and the Steelers fans deserves better. Do better, NFL.
I absolutely forgot about that. That was he was going for the ball carrier, and they called him blocking his legs. Fucking awful.
He's not even trying to block. He's trying to make a tackle. It's just horse shit.
Yeah, I forgot about that. There's probably many more.
That and the pass interference at the towards the end of the game on Austin, because that was that was blatant pass.
Yeah, that happens in and out, but it's not. That really affected. That gave them first down, and they scored. I mean, that Steelers could have stopped them there.
Well, those two plays right there, that could have been 14
points
sway for Pittsburgh.
But that should have been a no call. They should have been that should have been reviewable. I mean, I just don't understand. I mean, they sit, they meet, and they make these meetings, and there's these players associated. Horseshit.
Rogers commented on that apparently that pass interference. I never hated it. Did I hate it? Maybe I hated
him. No, you didn't hate him. You didn't
disliked him a lot.
You didn't just want to deal with all his drama that was coming in his way he was doing it. No, you don't hate him. Now you love him.
I don't think I hated him. I think I just disliked him a lot. Maybe there might have been a little bit of hate there, to be honest. I can't remember. Things fucking change all the time. But 100%, mate.
Now.
Yeah. I didn't think he was going to fit the offense. I thought he was going to be old and slow, and they got 4 sacks, but he won the game. He won this game. My low light is for the Steelers. It has to be, I think, offensive line, to be honest. Then I'm thinking D-line as well.
It's all bad.
Which one do you choose?
You're choosing both.
Which one do you choose? Do you choose Jones or do you choose D-line? They can't stop it. You know what? Which one do I choose? Okay, you know what? My low light actually is Cameron Hayward and the D-line, putting them together. I think he caused a distraction, and the D-line fucking allowing 187 yards is terrible. They need to play much better. My low light is the defensive line. Like I said, Rodgers goes out there and buys them more jerseys with 183 on the back because they cannot allow that many yards. They will lose games over time, and Rodgers can't keep doing what he did. And also, Cameron Hayward make a distraction. You have to move on, play better, and be better football players. Highlights, Bubba. What is a big highlight that you're like, holy fucking, we're here. We're going Super Bowl moment?
Aaron Rodgers just taking the commanding way of the offense and just driving them down on that first possession that they scored it. And like I said, and they haven't scored on the first possessions of any game, maybe 1 out of 50 or something. It sets the tempo. Next week, they win the toss. They go offense first. Let the defense sit and run offense. Aaron Rodgers could be, if he has these 3 to 4 touchdown moments in these games, you could be looking at an MVP season as his first year with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And awesome stuff says here, I just posted nonstop. He says, I posted nonstop comments about not wanting him. Well, fuck me. Maybe next time, mate, I'll take 6 months off. How about that? Next time I do my Steelers content, I won't do any content at all until we do from February, from Super Bowl 50-60 to then the fucking season. That's what fucking content's about. If you don't like it, get out. All right, Shane.
I have two things, and they're tied together. What excited me was we haven't seen this and we've been preaching on it. I want to see some plays in the middle of the field. So Skronik
I agree.
on the slant, catching that touchdown. Ooh, it hit me in the field. I'm like, this is going to be a good year.
I just can't believe he got a touchdown. I mean, I'm like that. I never thought that one coming.
I'm like, they're gonna, Aaron's gonna feed some people, right? MVP Rodgers. Then the fact that we have talked on this show, Bubba and me and you, Mark. We want Smith out wide. We want Freiermuth out wide. That happened.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw some touchdowns from that. So those were some big things. And I'm like, ooh, we're gonna see some touchdowns. And we did. So
it was definitely good.
And guys, before we get out of the show, I mean, you have the offensive skill players that we have. One play that was a knucklehead, boneheaded play before we get out of here, and I'll do the positive stuff, was Connor Hayward and that.
I forgot about that one.
That was a bonehead fucking play.
Shit.
That cost him 15 yards to put him back to the 20 because they were at the 35 or 40. And that could have got us definitely maybe a field goal out of that. So Connor Hayward, you got the bonehead play of the game.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I don't know what I was doing with my positive stuff. Oh, the positive stuff was these other guys that we're seeing on offense that caught balls like Skronik. Now, if you get Scotty Miller and you get Washington catching some balls, he's going to incorporate a committee of everybody getting some balls here sooner or later in these games. So,
yeah, 100%. And yeah, for the look, you've ridden me, but I'm ripping you back, mate. I fucking won't do content next time. I'll just do nothing. I'll talk about nothing for 6 months, and then we'll have no opinions for ages. That's how YouTube works. I have over 2,000 videos. These guys are doing really well too, Bubba and Shano. And these are my comments. That doesn't reflect their channel right now. But I'll say fucking nothing.
You even prefaced said, you know what? I don't like him now, but I will in 3 months. I might change. I'll change my mind.
It's
No,
I'm a fan now, bro. I fucking love him.
He's on the wagon with me, man, because I was like, oh, he's in now.
I'm like, I said I want Aaron because I want content. I thought he was.
I know. You said that from the day dot.
We got content. We got content. 4 touchdowns worth of content.
And I was wrong because he's not. I thought he was going to be hot garbage. I thought the Steelers were going to take Shitsville, and I was wrong about that. These guys were right because he's good, and I thought he was going to be hot garbage, and he threw 4 touchdowns.
Look, this is when we talk football every day, every 3 or 4 days. It's going to a bar. Opinions change, things change all the time. So you know what? Okay, wait a minute. Wait. I was wrong about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is going to the fucking Super Bowl. Here we go. He played good. My positive, like Shane said, Aaron Rodgers was out there flinging the ball around. He was finding his targets. He was playing with his heads up mind, like you guys said he was going to do. And he was getting targets and yards and TDs, and he won the game. I think he played tremendous. I think he played actually unreal football for a guy who's 41. I think he was really, really good out there, and he's a positive sign this team. The negative signs, we've been through it. We've been through it. But positive signs, yeah, I was like, he proved me wrong. He proved me wrong completely.
It's historic because that's the first time a 41-year-old first time debuted in a team threw 4 touchdowns. Probably no one's ever done that before. Probably
not too sure. Definitely play good football though. So I know you're busting my balls, but it's all good because we talk football every day, every second day, every third day. You guys now talk football.
Packers just got an interception. So, I mean, like,
well, what are they losing by now?
It's 17-3 still Packers. Like, so, I mean, if I was a Lions fan, I'd be pulling my hair out. So it happens in every fan base. So, I was pulling my hair out with our Steelers defense, but also too, look at everybody, Detroit Lions, shit in the bed right now.
Hey, good call. Jay Quest says, I was wrong too. Thought it'd be a distraction. However, it was a guy who called out Aaron Rodgers. You either want to be a Steeler or you don't, Shane.
Yeah, you either do or you don't. You
got to tell that to your the hot dog guy. You either want to be a hot dog or you don't.
Oh man, he's spicy.
Anything else you guys want to add? It's been a great show, and thanks everyone in the chat for the coins and the comments. It's been awesome. Yeah, but it's I don't know. I feel good about it. I just wish I felt better.
But we got to win, and that's why we feel
Hmm.
good. If we lost, we'd feel it'd be bad. It'd be bad. So
imagine if we lost, Bobby, how would you actually feel? Would you be like,
I'd be fucking pissed. I was pissed the whole game. Yeah, I was mad. Very mad.
4 TDs, and yeah, the one TD was the shove pass. However, Mahomes does it all the time, so it counts.
Hey,
the shovel pass counts. Yep.
And that's a new repertoire to our system now, because that's never been like that before. With that little.
So you guys want to plug your show too? You're going live. When you guys go live on Steelers Dynasty podcast as well? If you're seeing
10
this
p.m. on Mondays
at 10 p.m. and then we're back together.
I keep trying to leave, and more people come in. There's now got 40 people here in the chat. Unbelievable.
Well, that's okay. Well, I mean,
I'm going to put the link out for these guys to chat, so make sure you check out Bubba and Shane as well on the Steelers Dynasty podcast.
Yeah, because we got 500 now. We're over 500 subs, so I'm trying to work slowly, trying to do this YouTube program. I don't know what the heck it is.
I can help you later, but not today because I'm going to go to the pub.
Not today. You gotta go get a chicken pop. And I tell you what though, my wife made these little pizzas. I don't know what they were.
Rally pizzas.
They were rally pizzas.
What were they?
When he's sitting there, he almost choked on his goddamn pizza. He's like, Bob was stroking out.
What'd you do?
I was eating these little pizzas, and Aaron Rodgers. It was the fumble from the special teams.
Right. That was insane.
I'm like, oh my god! I go, we're gonna score. We scored, and yeah.
I agree. I think Smitty did call a good game, to be honest. There were a few screens here and there, but that's football. Yeah, if we lost, it didn't. Oh, fucking hell, we lost. But a win is a win, though, and big players showed up. They did. DK Metcalf showed up. I think Calvin Austin, too, we didn't talk about him that much. He showed up. 2 points, though, was that Shane said about the penalty. I forgot about that. Nuts. And also Connor Hayward not doing himself any favors. He got dragged into the mud.
That was the knucklehead play of the game. I know the defensive line didn't stop the run and the O-line didn't stop on the tackles, but Connor Hayward, that cost them a drive that could have got us some points. I think that was just the biggest bonehead of the whole game, I think.
Who was your favorite player, Bubba and Shane, before we go? Favorite player of the day?
Aaron Rodgers.
Shano?
Ramsey. I just like watching him play.
That last tackle as well?
Yeah, just he got hit at the end and kind of stood up and he comes with so much swagger and just and it's contagious. I mean, you can't tell me that everybody just feeds off of that. And that's what the defense needs. I think the defense, it's gonna come. Be patient. The sky's not falling. They're still good. It just Fields is slippery.
Well, last year the defense was shutting people down, and we were all whatever, and then the defense shit the bed. So now they shit the bed at the first game of the season, and they can only get better from here. They can't get any worse. So
I don't think so. They can't allow 299 yards again, can they, Bubba? Surely
no,
not.
Cannot. No, this is not gonna happen for a while. Can't happen.
Yeah, my favorite player, and like I said, wasn't a fan of him coming to the team, but Rodgers, I think he stood out today. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, MVP, and then Rodgers, the big play, Ramsey. Fellas, that is week one. Shout out to you guys for doing all the stuff too on Steelers Dynasty podcast. You guys go live tomorrow, 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
And then Tuesdays with me here at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Then Wednesday, 9 p.m.
Yep.
Then we get ready for the next game. But thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you for all the supers, all this kind of stuff too. You guys are awesome. Make sure you support these fellas too as much as I do. Shane and Bubba, true Pittsburgh Steelers Yinzer fans that have a Shane's more the realist who calms me and Bubba down a bit and makes us go, makes us like question shit and like, makes us angry.
Long game. Whoever has the last possession is going to be okay. Steelers are going to win. And Bubba's like, we've lost. It's over.
It's like taking us, me and Bubba like just freaking the fuck out. Like, we're fucking done. We suck. We lose. And you're like, no, we got this. It's okay. Rodgers, Oh,
like, I just can't believe on how I just couldn't believe. I just could not believe what I was seeing. That's all. Especially when I predicted a defensive whatever, and it just didn't happen. So
that is true. Sauce did say that. Sauce said the Calvin was the hardest guy to cover in college. Yeah, that's true. He did say that. Victory Sunday, boys. We got a victory Sunday. So, oh man, we
I'm
got
good
long
now.
season.
And if every game's like this, oh my god, I think I used all my F-bombs in the first 10 minutes of our podcast in the first quarter. I just went crazy.
That is Steelers football right there. Heart attack game. All right, we're out. Bubba, Shayna, let's get fucking out of here. See you guys tomorrow. I won't be on the screen, but I'll be in the chat. I can't wait for your Monday night recap and talking everything Steelers football on Steelers Times podcast. That was fantastic. I'm just go Steelers, I guess. Here we go, Steelers. Shane and Bubba. We'll see you guys. I'll see you guys later. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.